Taoiseach has joined other EU leaders in the Belgian city of Ypres this afternoon to formally mark 100 years since the outbreak of World War I. The ceremony took place before the start of a two-day summit on the EU's long-term policy agenda and the selection of the next head of the European Commission. From Ypres, our Europe editor Tony Connolly reports.
The town of Ypres is etched on the world's conscience as the centre of the carnage inflicted by the First World War. 100 years on, the small Flanders community has hosted millions of visitors from across the globe, all horrified or fascinated by the cataclysm that stole a generation of young men, including 35,000 Irish citizens. This afternoon, the leaders of the European Union, itself forged from the Second World War, broke with tradition to hold the first day of their two-day summit here. At the Menin Gate, the shrine to over 100,000 soldiers whose bodies were never recovered, all 28 leaders gathered for the ceremonial last post.
They shall grow, not old as we that are left grow old.
But despite the show of unity, David Cameron, who lost a distant relative in Flanders, is isolated. He's launched a relentless and personalised campaign to block Jean-Claude Juncker from becoming the next Commission President. That's because he regards him as a European federalist and because he believes the European Parliament, which proposed the former Luxembourg Prime Minister, has launched a power grab.
From a perspective of domestic politics, I understand David Cameron. He's a principled man. He has felt strongly that Jean-Claude Juncker is too pro-European, and I understand why he's doing it. At the same time, I think that Jean-Claude Juncker is an extremely good candidate.
The Taoiseach supports Mr Juncker and has even held preliminary discussions with him about the composition of the next Commission. But had Mr Kenny decided on who to send to Brussels?
No, I haven't decided on that position yet. I spoke to Jean-Claude Juncker last Saturday. I assured him again of my support following the very clear process in the election that we had in Dublin, and I said on his election as President of the Commission that we would talk about commissionerships. Obviously others will be doing the same thing.
The question of Mr Juncker's nomination as Commission President is being held over until tomorrow. For the first time ever, it will go to a vote, one that Mr Cameron knows he can't win, but he is prepared to go down fighting. Tony Connolly, RTE News, Ypres, West Flanders.